everyone, Ronan back. Today we're checking out some Paramore. Been a big fan of Paramore for a long time now. Probably since Riot first came out. That's when I first heard about them. So not an OG, but been in it for a while. I admittedly am one of those fans that prefer their sound from Brand New Eyes and prior. Not to say that I haven't liked some of their songs since then. I do like some songs from every album since then, but kind of generally I still kind of prefer, it the old way. Now, I also admit that I've heard this song one time, and it was through the speakers on my phone. And my initial impressions on it was that, like, okay, they're still going in this new direction, and again, I don't necessarily prefer this version of Paramore, and I didn't really think too much of this song. But I then ran into like a random video with these headphones on, which is why I have these on right now. I ran into a random video that played like a small snippet, so I've heard like 5 seconds of this song with these on, and I then realized there's an entire bass part, all these lower frequencies, bass frequencies that are going on in the song that I didn't even know were there, and it immediately sounded different than what my first experience was. So for those of you that have only heard this song through your phone, through the speakers, I urge you to listen to it in different ways so that you can hear everything. Because as of right now, so I thought that if there was a bass part, it would be playing the exact same parts as the guitar, just kind of like following it note for note for the most part. And so there's not really much variation. So based off of that, I didn't really care too much for what was going on. I will say that literally my favorite part of the entire song was like the last 2 seconds. Like the last 2 seconds occurred, and then I was like, oh shit, like there's something going on here. And then the song ended, and I was like, oh really? I was like, okay. It's like, well, so much for that. So here I am giving the song another shot, and seeing if my view of it is any better. As you get older and you go through these life cycles of different albums, you'll find that their sound changes, and either you like it or you don't. And it's not their fault, it's not your fault either. It's a natural thing. There's other bands that have done that. But anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and jump on into this and see if we like it. See, and the bass part is so integral to this song. It's a really great bass riff. Yeah, right off the bat, the chorus is a different experience with the bass now. I didn't realize that the bass was harmonizing with the guitar, going into different octaves. That adds a whole other dynamic and more depth to that chorus right away. Kind of gives me an Incubus vibe, to be honest. Wow. Then here's our little freaky deaky shot. I'm not too sure what this symbolizes here, or what the idea behind it is. I've seen like an older picture with Haley doing something like this. Maybe it pertains to that, but it's a little lost on me. Well, I'm glad I'm giving it a second shot, because it's a lot better now that I can hear everything. That kind of helps when you can hear the song. Yeah, they definitely give me some Incubus vibes, especially whenever they're in their verse. There's a lot of drifting going on and these little leads going on, and the bass kind of carrying the verses through. Actually, the bass is so integral in this song. Like it was very important that I hear that, because if you can imagine a song without bass, or at least very minimal amounts of it, I could not hear that bass part at all. So if it was just the guitar part, it was just very straightforward. But with that bass, you know, harmonizing the way it was, and going off in different directions and doing different octaves, it totally added like an extra layer of depth for that chorus for me. And so then now that I have that, and then you think about what Haley's doing on her vocals and what the drums are doing, there's a lot of things going on in that chorus that the way it's all layered together is actually really quite nice. Actually, I dig this song now. I actually really do like it. I get it now, and it really feels like if After Laughter was kind of like the first step towards this direction, it feels like so far this song, if the rest of the album is kind of like what this song is like, it really feels like they're a lot more at home now. They're a lot more comfortable going in this direction, or a different direction in general. Though I did also hear that this song almost didn't make the album, so it really makes me wonder what the rest of the album is like. You know, if it's in their eyes better than what this song is, or if this song has very little to do with what the rest of the album is trying to do. So I'm curious. I still feel like, as someone who's still kind of grandfathered in, as far as like their sound goes, I still feel like I have to process every new song that they send my way, because unfortunately whenever I think Paramore, I think of those older albums. Also, when I was listening to this song, I did kind of have to tell myself, just forget the old Paramore because they're gone. Yeah, and the video is pretty cool too. There's some really cool like slow-mo shots. Haley looks great, by the way. Jesus Christ. Definitely shows that Taylor has been working on himself as a guitar player for a while. You can definitely hear that he experiments, that he explores, you know, tries to go outside his box. So who knows, maybe I'm finally coming around on this. I will say too that even though there's some songs in like After Laughter and, you know, the self-titled album, there are some songs that I started off not liking, and then it wasn't until I saw them live that I understood, oh, this song should be listened to live. So for those of you that just haven't liked the newer albums and you're still stuck on, you know, yeah, some of these songs aren't that great or whatever, and I just haven't seen them live because of that, try it out. Check them out live. And some of those songs might kind of change your opinion of them, because they've always proclaimed themselves as a live band. Some of those songs are kind of testaments to that. Some of them just work better live, and you just understand, oh, that's why they like this song. That's why they put this song on the album. That's why they like it. So that would be, I guess, the trouble with some of their music, in my opinion, is that, especially with the new sound, some of it just doesn't translate the way it needs to in a studio situation. You just kind of need to be there to get that energy and to get that vibe. But yeah, but since this song I think sounds great, you know, studio wise, that should mean that it should translate pretty well live. So jealous of you guys that are watching them now through their current tour and get to listen to this new stuff. And it looks like their album is coming out on February 10th. A lot of stuff coming out in February. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed it or you want me to check out something else. Feel free to comment down below, and we'll see you next time.